I can imagine when Gaddafi looked weak. He said, let's get him. Now I want to deal with the rush to destroy him. What was the rush? He had good relations with Italy, with France, with Germany, with Britain. He was on the good side of America. He gave up not some of his weapons of mass destruction. He gave them all up. Now they're trying to say, well, he kept some sarin gas, or he kept some mustard gas, or poison gas. That's a predicate, you know, for putting boots on the ground. Our brother, as we speak, is in trouble in Libya. And England, France, NATO, Arab League, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. Why did Anwar Musa say we need a no-fly zone? Brother Gaddafi, if you look at his face, he was completely in shock at the betrayal of all his partners in Europe. You want to hear something strange? There's a group called the Morton Group. Have you heard of them? It's the Monitor Group, headed up by Harvard's Michael Porter. You need to check that out, because Gaddafi opened the door. And guess who went in? Richard Pearl. Now, many of you don't know Richard Pearl. What is his nickname? The Prince of Darkness. They let him in. Wow, things have changed. And guess what? This Monitor Group was there to help Gaddafi broaden Libya and clean up his image. Do you remember when I met with rabbis here in Chicago? And they told me that if I condemned the secret relationship between blacks and Jews, Book 1, and acted well and spoke nice over a protracted period of time, but listen to the words, we will clean up your image. Why? How can you clean it up? Because you dirtied it. Now you are over in Libya telling Gaddafi you gonna clean him up, so he let you in. Now you're trying to clean him out. See, this is why we don't trust white people. I want you to know this. And all our people that put their trust in you have been deceived and brought down. Tell me I'm a liar. You're just weak, spineless Negroes. Many of you have sold out the future of our people for some friendship with your open enemy. Now I can conclude. In closing, let me tell you what I know about this brother. He took power in a bloodless coup. You killed him. And he became power. Of course, the king. I'm sure he was a nice gentleman. Like some of you, you're nice. But you sold out to corporate interests. You're still a nice guy. But we can't trust the future of our people in the hands of you nice guys. See this go along to get along? That means you compromise things that maybe you should never compromise. My brother took the king out of power and refused to live in his palace. It's there in Tripoli today as a museum. He was a man from the desert and chose to live in the desert. At the time that he took power, America had a base there, Britain had a base there. They were in control of the oil. Gaddafi put the Americans out, put the British out, nationalized the oil. Now wait. Is that a bad thing to do? I know the price of the gas is going up, but I'm talking about, was that a bad thing for a leader of a nation to do when the oil that's under their foot really belongs to the Libyan people? He took the oil, yes he did. Now, I read in the book of John, Jesus was doing all these good works, and he asked the people, which one of my good works do you stone me? I want to look at some of the good things that I know, brother, today. He didn't want your democracy. He announced he was socialist. That got him in trouble with the Muslim Brotherhood. That got him in trouble with the Wahhabis and others who were strict in their interpretation of the Quran. But Gaddafi started like Nasser as a socialist. All of a sudden, women that I used to go to Libya and you see them with one eye. They had a veil, they covered one eye. They could only see out of one. I'm not lying. You go there today, look like you can see their faces. Some of those who are older, they put them on their full God. But the Libyan woman is educated. She's free. She's helping to build her nation. How is that the work of a lunatic and a madman? He took oil money. I don't want any of American people have been foreclosed, but it's in the millions. While we are losing homes, every Libyan has either a home or a flat that belongs to them. He built one hospital that I saw that was $500 million with 18 operating theaters. And across from that, they were making their own medicines. And he built another hospital, $500 million. The book says that in 51, Libya was the poorest nation on earth. Now, the standard of living in Libya is the finest in Africa. And the per capita income is double that of the Egyptians. So if the people have free education, free housing, free medical. A friend of mine told me 30% unemployed. So I went to check behind that. And it's true, but a lot of Libyans don't want to work the menial tasks. You know, like some of you that don't have jobs, and you don't want to pick grapes or this, or you mad at the Latino brother or sister because they're taking the job that you don't want, because after all, you're a big man now. You'd rather sell drugs than work hard. That's bad.